Okay, posse guys and gals, welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil Real Survival Mode, Part 14. Last time we left off, we put an end to Lisa Trevor, hopefully at least, and we went to the final area of the game by opening the gates of hell, sort of, and took the elevator shaft to this place. Great build-up. I mean, this place definitely does have build-up to it. Just this music alone, you feel like there's something like behind the corner and you're just hiding behind it like, oh, is it there? No, nothing's there. We can feel just the anticipation rising and rising, and oh my god, it's a zombie! Oh wait, we've seen like 800 of these. And oh crap, I'm way too close to this thing. Come on. Alright. Oh, you're not going down, are you? There you go, you big boy. A nice... I almost said sweaty dagger for your head. That's a shiny dagger, I tell you what. Alrighty, so let's fuel up on kerosene here. Okay, okay. Question is, are you dead, actually? You're not just gonna, like, Twitch live me like, hey, motherfucker, I'm sleeping here. Nope, you're dead. Alright, works for me. And there's another one of you, yep. I don't know why, but I've always kind of liked this design for the zombies, like this whole doctor kind of thing. I mean, I understand why they couldn't do it, because, well, not really per se. They could have just stuck with the lab zombie throughout this entire thing. And it would be like, oh, cool, scientists working on some sort of disease or something. They didn't have to specifically have, like, the umbrella logo there. Well, that works. There you go. I mean, like, when they're like this, it feels like I'm looking at, like, an actual, like, researcher. Or... Would you just die? Well, that's all my problem. And I still got a thing of kerosene left, and I'm in the caution. Hails yeah! Like, as I was saying, it feels like I'm actually looking at, like, someone who made the virus, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Then again, I guess... the outfits the regular zombies wear, it's not what I consider normal. They're, like, button-downs and stuff, and, like, kinda casual business attire, so... it makes sense. Suppose not every scientist would wear, you know, lab coats and stuff like that. You know, while working, of course, and there will be some off-duty people here. Because from the sounds of it, it sounds like people were just kind of, like, stuck here for a long, long time. I mean, unless someone, like, commuted, like, hours from Raccoon City just to get here, like on a daily basis. That would be insane. Like working your 9 to 5 and you're like, oh hey, hi, bye honey, I have to drive in the car and go there. You just fucking drive there, stop in the forest, and get out a bike or something and just like pedal your way to the mansion. And have to like use all the keys and crap and you have to accommodate all the time to like get through everything. You gotta go through caves, you gotta hope that some asshole didn't move the medallions at a place so that you can get into work through the secret water elevator. Unless I'm completely overlooking like some weird tangent note thing where it's like, oh, there's a secret tunnel to this one civilian cover-up base thing. Which is very possible. Gotta love my observational skills! Alrighty, so here's our first puzzle. And, let's see. Let's grab all these here. A memo on the message board catches your attention. There's something scrawled on the notepad. To use the electronic door, place the initials in alphabetical order. Okay. So we have to go off of, like, what these organs say, the first letter in there. And then, for some sort of lock. I don't really remember which one, to be honest with you. It's Been a while. Let's see. Researcher's letter. June 8th, 1998. My dearest Ada. By the time you read this letter, I will no longer be the person you once knew. The results of my test came out today, and as I suspected, it came out positive. I feel like I'm teetering on the edge of reason, just thinking about my impending doom. I would give anything not to have to become one of them. As far as I know, you are not infected. I sincerely hope things do not reach such a desperate pass, but if it has turned out you are now the last person remaining alive, I want you to get at the material from the visual data room. And then activate the self-destruct system in the power room and escape from there. From here, please do everything in your power to make the whole accident public. If everything is still running normally, you should be able to release all locks using the security system. I've set up the terminal in the small security room so that you can log into the system using my name and your name as the password. You will need another password to release the lock in the door in the basement to level 2, where the visual data room is located. As a safety measure, I've coded the password into an X-ray picture. A Rowan Tiganogram? A Ront genogram? A Rowan genogram, I think it would. I think that's how you pronounce that correctly. I know you, and I'm sure you will be able to work it out without any trouble. There's just one more thing. It is my last request. I hope you never have to lay eyes on me in this state, but if you do happen to run into me in my hideous form, I beg you to put me out of my misery. I hope you understand. Thank you, Ada. Yours truly, John. John, Ada. Okay. And there isn't really... This is more like a trial and error kind of puzzle. Like, I don't really remember what name is which. I just remember like, oh, let's just put this here and put that there and hope for the best. Let's see, glowing red, glowing... Wait a minute. I got them all right on the first try. Hells yeah. Okay. So that's A. Wait, nope. That's A. C. No, don't do that. E. Oh, no, we're not going off the names. Okay. So that red thing was at the bottom. So that's the colon. You're the esophagoso. And that's right, there is the liver. Yep, we are already familiar with the liver, and this here is the lungs, so the password is literally cell. Wow, great password, John. No one would ever guess that. A scientist. His password is cell.
You must be a real big Dragon Ball Z fan.
Ha. To be honest though, if a zombie apocalypse ever were to occur, and I've thought about this quite a lot, actually, like, would I want to... You see, this comes from like two different mindsets, like from... Ooh, shoot.
Die, John.
I'm sorry, John. But you're not actually dead, are you? No, you're not. Nice try, John. I know you're dead now, though. Alrighty. What? Come on. There we go. Smoke you up real good there. But I was saying, this comes from like kind of two different mindsets. Like, when I was 12, and I had no friends, and I didn't really care about other people, and I was one of those angsty goth kids. I was all about, you know, oh, fuck people, blah, 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 blah. I'm not that kind of guy anymore. I love my friends dearly. In fact, more than... well... It wasn't really that I was like, fuck people. It was more like, oh, guess I'll be content being alone. And I still kind of am. I'm someone who enjoys privacy. Part of a corpse lies on the operating table. So at the time, I was more like, yeah, I'd be okay with turning into a zombie. It might be kind of fun. Depending, of course. Not fun, in a sense. I guess I really wouldn't care. This is assuming that I wouldn't have any sort of like consciousness as a zombie. There's no evidence restricts body. Representation Crimson Heads. Okay, so this is telling us about Crimson Heads. A little late for that. So yeah, I was all about becoming the zombie. Okay, John. But now I'm more like, just kill me. And we're not even talking about zombies. That kind of hurt a little bit. That's not the Easter egg, is it? Well, there's me failing at trying to do an Easter egg. How wonderful. Okay, password is Ada. And then more derives from like a sense of like, you know, I don't want to infect other people. Even though I already do infect them with my cancerous personality. There we go. Yes. And then we'll knock that one too. Cool. I could have swore I saw something about Wesker in there. Interesting. Oh, and this. I just love this. This whole area I absolutely love for just how creepy it is. Because, like, there's all these bodies just, like, lined up on, like, a meat rack thing. Like, for cryogenic frozen. You know that these things are going to be shipped off somewhere. Or is, like, used from some sort of nefarious thing for later use. And I'm kind of surprised they didn't do, like, the cheap scare of, like, these things, like, the frosting and, like, a bag of these, like, melting or, like, falling off and be like, ew. That'd be kind of cool, actually. And, like, have, like, the limbs and stuff, like, slowly breaking off from the cold. Ooh, there's a zombie over there. I think I'm gonna leave that one, honestly. I think there's not really a huge concern with them right now. Oh, it's locked. Symbol resembling power scarf. Wait. Oh, yeah, this thing. This thing is dumb. I'm sorry. Like, I praise this game no end, but that doesn't, like, this... There's a symbol resembling that of power on the door. That doesn't just mean it needs power. No, like, that makes too much sense. You need a key that has, like, a thunderbolt on it, and you have to use that key on that door. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but, like... Stay back. Oh, naked zombie, naked zombie, naked zombie. No! Ah! Get off, you green bastard. You don't have any genitalia, I don't think. Oh, you do. That is a penis. That is a rotted off penis. Not sure if I have to censor that. I hope I don't. Oh, you dead. Yes, you're dead. Alright. That is kind of horrible. It's all just... Alright, we need this. Slide filter. Is this just a hand? This is just a hand sitting on this thing. What the hell? Next photograph. The skeleton structure displayed isn't quite human. What do you mean it's not quite human? How can you tell? Don't like it. And then we have one of these things. Oh my gosh, that totally doesn't look like a GameCube or anything that someone is keeping in their office. Submitting the passcode seems to unlock something. And these are all like essential for us to unlock the cell that Chris is in right now. Hence why we have to get these. I think... Did we get all three, or do we still have the two? We just have the one, actually. So yeah, no, there is still one more out there somewhere that we have to find. As well as the key. I think... what made Resident Evil so scary, or is still kind of scary for a lot of people, is the plausibility of like a bioorganic weapon resulting in zombies. I mean, yeah, it's very improbable, but it's something fun to kind of think about, and I feel like kind of the closest way we could ever possibly get to that is like if it involved like, you know, some sort of bioweapon thing. And we got the final disc. Hells yeah. I mean, in most zombie movies, is there ever really another way that isn't really a bioweapon? I mean, there's, well, I guess there's Dawn of the Dead, the 2003 remake, which is like, oh, it's religion. Oh, it's never really clarified exactly what it is. Cerberus, Neptune, Hunter, and a tyrant in a 3D wireframe. Oh my god. It's Guillermo del Toro. You bastard. But wait, it's also Wesker. Whoever would have guessed the man wearing shades at night was the antagonist of the game? 8462. You're not gonna react at all, Jill? I thought you would. What is this shadow? Girl, what is this shadow? You're bald! Your hair's not... What? Is this not your real hair? Is your real hair... Is your hair... vampire? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Vampires cast shadows. What doesn't cast shadows? Apparently Jill doesn't cast shadows. You're some sort of creature. A bio creature. Convinced that she's a part of some group. A stars group. Not gonna lie, I completely forgot the code, and I just guessed. That'd be an interesting plot for a game, if, like, you were told some lie or something about being a part of this military group, and you were secretly, like, this bioorganic weapon thing. Isn't that the plot for Fear? No, you're aware of your abilities, right, from the get-go, so it's just the twist is like, oh my gosh, blankety blank blank. I'm actually not gonna spoil that. For once, view the film absolutely.
Get away from me!
Oh, that voice acting. Oh. That mild annoyance. Hey, get away from me! I am so respectful of the dead. And this kind of reminds me... I mean, this is supposed to be like video editing software, which I'm not really sure why these people would have this here. But like, this to me looks so much like YouTube's like video editing thing they have now. So, congrats YouTube. Your thing looks like a thing from a 2003 video game, which is a remake of a 1998 video game, which is 1997 video game, which was inspired by The House of Dead, a Japanese NES game from 1985. I know too much about this, honestly, and I'm sure everybody that's out there is like, oh my god, please just shut up. But I'm not! Hopefully. Alright, is there anything over here? Part of the desk is covered in what appears to be some kind of acid. Some kind of acid. Lovely. I should fill this up. It's canteen. Do I want to grab my shotgun too? I feel like grabbing the shotgun would be a good idea. Just cause... Yeah, no, those x-rays kind of gave me... No, there is one last enemy. Well, two more enemies that we haven't seen yet. What am I doing? Put the stuff back in there. Put that thing back in where it came from. Also help me. Blah, 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 blah. I think we'll be good. I mean, we have a grenade launcher, Magnum, self-defense gun, which I went all the way back to the guardhouse to get. Well, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm not dead. Only on the inside. Bumps. It's kind of weird to think that how big of a thing zombies were. I mean, they still are quite a big thing. I mean, for me personally, I'm a huge fan of any sort of zombie movie, even if it's like absolute garbage. Those are the best. But like back in like the what was it? Early 2000s, like early 2010s, when Walking Dead, the comic was, you know, starting to build up an audience and stuff, and the game came out, and like the series kind of was like, oh look, 'cause I'm. Hello? Is somebody there? Something's crooked and crawling at me. And I don't like it. Not a bit. Stop your hissing at me, you little pointy cat. Okay, so that's one entrance, and there's another one over there. Let's see, do I have a map actually? I don't believe I do. So I have no idea where this one's gonna take me, but let's go through this one first. See where it takes us. This is a good idea. Oh, this is lovely. Something's moving, and I can't see it. Alright, what are you? You're the thing! That's good. Oh man, I wish I could have shown you that. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, there it is! Better example! Not good example! I have no ammo! Get up and try again. That was rhetorical, you bastard. There's operating table. It's covered in blood. The blood doesn't look like it came from the surgery, though. Alright, so that way led to that. Let's see where this way goes. Well, it leads right back here. Okay. So it probably would have been safer if it went that way. I'm in critical condition now, too, so that's not the best. Let's keep going here. Anything gonna happen? Anyone gonna crawl out and get me? No? Good. Good. No. Body bags lie on the simple date included on the bag is quite old. Oh, how old are we talking? Probably like 70s or something. I think, honestly, like there could be like some ancient history umbrella that's been like working with dead bodies forever. Maybe Leonardo da Vinci, because he collected bodies. No, I'm kidding. That's dumb. He would just study bodies. It's whatever. Nothing weird about that. Okay, maybe a little. Kidding. Okay. One more push. Let's see here. Oh no, this is the way that I came. Okay, so that's interesting. I guess I have a shortcut now. It's a whatever. But what was I saying though about zombies? Yes, zombies kind of reached their peak in popularity. I mean, they're really not a popular thing. Not as like mainstream as they once were. Like the only things which really do that, like anything with zombies, is like Resident Evil. Sort of. I mean, 7 isn't really about that. 2 is, though. A bit.
Oh, look at you, you little fella. Your ass crack is glued together.
Fuck. Why did I do that? I mean, it's definitely something that... I wouldn't say it's died down. Like... Yeah, it has died down. It's crazy how, like, some stuff becomes, like, so popular. And it feels like it's never gonna go away. But then, like... It finally does, and you're like, wow, that was a thing. Chairs and supplies are scattered about. The walls are covered with dozens of claw marks. Ooh, so one of them roaches got in there. Roach people. And I guess it's for the best, honestly, that, you know, stuff does die so we can get a better breath of fresh air. But honestly, I don't think there was ever a thing that I was sad to see die out. Go. Well, yeah, actually, I guess there was, with Resident Evil. This whole control scheme that we have right now, where it's like, oh, fixed camera angle, where it's like someone's watching you, and I have no control over the camera, I kind of miss that. And I know like a lot of like old school fans miss it too. A lot of people are actually really upset with the release of Resident Evil 2. Gonna die? Good, Roach Boy. Ooh, fuel may explode shaken or jarred. Not good. We're very upset that Resident Evil 2 wasn't a fixed camera angle perspective, and was like a over-the-shoulder perspective like Resident Evil 4. Personally, I don't have a lot of beef with that. I can see the reasoning for it. It's, you know, a remake of Resident Evil 2. It's an attempt to modernize it, and in some respects, I also see it as fitting because we play as like Leon and Claire, and Leon did introduce the first Resident Evil game to be over the shoulder. But you know, it's just like I find that, of course, scary, the over-the-shoulder thing. But fixed camera angle, I feel, just brought another dynamic to survival horror. Yeah, it really did not work in the favor for a lot of survival horror games out there. That I can think of, at least. I know there were a few bad camera angles that, like, some, like, Clock Tower had, like, fixed camera angles, and that wasn't really, you know, the people's forte. Well, I mean, a lot of people loved it. It's like a cult classic now. But, you know, the games which weren't perfect at it made the game difficult. And there are points in this game. Ooh, running could result in a fatal explosion. So I have to fucking walk? And this is so hard too, because it's not like I can just like, you know, push B and run. No, if I move the analog stick down, I'm gonna, you know... what was I rambling on again about like an idiot? Yeah, like at some points in this game, like if there's an enemy off screen and, you know, they kill me or something off screen because of their reach, like one of those roach people, how they almost did that. Yeah, that'd be a cheap death. That's an undeserving death that I feel. But it's something that I feel, when done right, is just adds a lot to the atmosphere, if that's what the game is going for. Resident Evil 2 has always been more of like more actiony, kind of like cinematic for me. I mean, Resident Evil was always kind of like that cinematic, you know, campiness to it. But with Resident Evil 1, it's always kind of like that classic horror. It's the alien of the Resident Evil series, and Resident Evil 2 is like the aliens. Both are incredible in their regard. Like, regard, what do I keep saying regard? That's not the right use for regard, I don't think. Both are, you know, great and whatnot, and I feel like it's gonna hold a lot more true for like Resident Evil 2 when we see it. Like, this is gonna work a lot better for when it actually comes out, and I say this. Stop moving so fast. My goodness. What do you mean I can't use it? Fuel device for the powering room. It's not working right now because there's no fuel. Set the capsule in place? Yes! Oh, fuel seems to have been supplied to the power room. That could have been really bad. But yeah, I feel like this metaphor would work a lot better with Resident Evil 2 because it literally is like that. You stay away. Stay away from me, Roach Man. I don't want your drugs. Isn't roach a thing for, like, weed? Ugh, you're all disgusting and vile and gross and coolly designed. Just love it. Love it so much. Oh, they're coming out of the vents. Go away. There's no power to the main elevator. Start it. Yeah, now it's gonna be loud as heck'em. Lab self-destruct mechanism is huge. Wait, that's a self-destruct mechanism? Okay. Well, good thing to note about that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Foreshadowing, obligatory. Alright, we gotta make one more stop here, though, before we leave. There it is. Yes, the last GameCube. Eat my ass, Roach Man. Oh. It's really unfortunate that this creature didn't make it back either. They're just so different from, like, the other monsters and stuff that we have in this. Because, like, everything has, like, some sort of, like, mass or, like, strength behind it. Like, the spiders are huge. The hunters are huge, bulking men. The guys are just average zombie guys, but these things are, like, fast and, you know, scrawny.
Like me.
Well, not really fast. With some things. What am I saying? I don't know. Let us free our friend. But I think, if I remember correctly, the hunters were kind of like the most popular out of this. Like, the most popular, like, non-zombie crew. Zombies, hunters, and spiders were the most popular. As well as with the Tyrant, which we'll see eventually. I mean, they became staples for the series. I'm just kind of, like, wondering why those weren't. I guess because they're in the last area of this game, and not a lot of people, honestly, would get to the last area. I mean, if someone likes the game, of course they will, and fans, of course, would. But I guess... Ooh, hello. Little Batty?
Chris! You're alive!
Of course I'm alive. Jill, there's something big going down. And I
You
don't
sound so
think we're
happy to
part
say
of the
that.
equation.
I have to get you out of here. Ugh, it won't open. Wait, I'll be back to get you out.
Okay, no sightseeing though.
What? You're just so chill about being captive. It's locked. No shit, can I talk to him again? You're just so chill, Chris. Why are you chill? I'd be like, pissed. You've been in here for like 7 hours, probably. Or the length of this playthrough. But yes, now we can save Chris now. Hopefully we'll be able to save him. There's still a chance that Chris can die, as well as any other follower that we did save. That's essentially how it works for both Jill and Chris's campaign. Because with Chris, it's, you know, you have Rebecca. With Jill, you have Barry. Rebecca and Barry can die twice. I mean, in Chris's campaign, Rebecca isn't a traitor. She actually is like, oh, let me help you. I'm a medic and all this stuff. She's actually a good, you know, person. Not to say that Barry isn't. We don't really know his reasoning for this yet. Or maybe I have said it and have not revealed it. But we'll find out soon. Elevator's online. Elevator's working. Excellent.
Jill.
Oh, hello.
Barry,
You could have at least waited up for me, you know?
let's go.
You told me to go on without you, asshole. Speak of the devil.